Hello my fellow gamers and welcome back to the second live stream this evening, you absolutely lucky little sausages you. We've got, after doing like nearly 2 hours of battles, I was like, I need a break, but there is still loads more to do. So let's be honest, the best way of dealing with this is just doing another live stream. But it won't be as long as the other one. I'm literally just going to try and do as much as I can, probably in the next hour or so. And, yeah, see how it goes. And I suspect, because I believe the DLC's out Wednesday, and it's Monday now, so I'll have tomorrow to do whatever I don't do tonight. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan, is to try and do as much as I can tonight, in the next, say, hour, and then tomorrow finish whatever's left. And unfortunately, if time runs out, there's not much I can do about it. So, we're going to go straight into the first game. We have Dwarves versus Bretonia. In this one we have Dwarf Miners, some Dwarf Warriors, Slayers, always a good choice, some Bugman's Rangers, the Goblobber, Boat Thrower of the Rune Lord, and on the other side we have, oh, Damsel, is that? Prophetess, that's it, of Heavens, a Damsel of Life, and a lot of Peasants, actually. In fact, there's only, yeah, a couple of Question Knights by the looks of it, and some Mounted Yeomen. Apart from that, it's all Men-at-Arms and Foot Squires and a couple of Peasants, so this should be interesting. It should be very interesting. Ah, that's Tonic Order. He's back in already. Welcome, welcome. Of course, to everyone else as well who is watching. I need to sort my phone out. So, because unfortunately, I don't have 2 screens at the moment. So, I'm going to have to use my phone to keep an eye on the chat. So, do bear with me. Make sure. Yep, no volume going there. Awesome. And where's the live chat? There you are. Fantastic. Right, so I've got that sorted. So I can now actually see the live chat. Let's slow it down a bit. Slow it down. Right, okay. So once again, we've got the Dwarfs on the hill here. And we've got Bretonia on the other hill there. And I don't think Bretonia brought any sort of artillery. They do have, yeah, Question Knights and the Question Knight Treasury of Renown. I'm getting the hang of this. And here we go. You very rarely see a prophetess on horseback with Law of Heavens. You've got the Assault of Stone. Arcane Conduct. Comet of Casadona. The Wind Blast. Rolling Skies. And Ore of the Lady, and the Damsel has got the Power Stone, Regrowth, Earth Blood, Life Bloom, Ore of the Lady. Very nice. Yeah, let's you see you got the main infantry here, but the real punch to this is hidden in the woods here and coming on the flank over there. So, what did the Dwarves have leadership-wise? Well, I believe it was just this Rune Lord, and he's just got the Master of Ruins of Wrath and Ruin, and that is it. Balance of, well, numbers, 1,192 dwarves to 1,400, and, well, that dropped a little bit, that must be the cannon, 52 peasants. So let's get started. I'm going to be taking it a bit slower, trying not to get too excited like I did in the last one, because I'm quite tired now, and there could be people sleeping, and I don't want to wake them up. But here is the Goblobber freeing some of their prisoners, and I'm loving this. You can't get through this, so the Goblobber is in a perfect position here to fire over and know it won't get charged in retaliation. Oh dear, they're aiming at... Is that Battle Pilgrims? It is indeed. Yep, no, they're definitely being aimed at. It's not going well for them, I was going to say. Goblins tied to rocks is quite... Oh, what's going on here? Magic users are Wazzix. I love it. So we got the boat thrower here, getting into position probably to try and deal with the cavalry that's coming in. But I can't help but feel that Bretonia is kind of being a bit choked at the moment. What's that? What's been left behind? Oh no, they've left the Grail Relic behind. Surely it's got to be... Yeah. You've left a relic behind, guys. That's not looking great. But going over to the front lines, look at all this firepower that's coming in now by those Rangers, I believe. No, it wasn't Rangers, was it? It was Bugman Rangers, though. Look, these peasants bravely charging up the hill, probably tired at this point. Straight into the dwarf lines, but they are being backed up by the men-at-arms as well. Fighting desperately for the lady, but as you see, the peasants there are getting quite badly beaten up. But some peasants have made it through and immediately getting shot to bits and break. Yeah, I don't blame them. I don't think the peasants now, I mean, running up this hill is going to be tiresome. In comes the Prophetess of Heavens, though. This is going to be a nice surprise. We do have over here a load of foot squads, but they are being hit. Massive hit there by the Wrath and Ruin. So that's going to cause quite a bit of damage, and more importantly, slow them down, which is what the dwarves want, because then they can deal with them. So the miners now getting into position to deal with the foot squads. But they are going to get into the Goblobber, which isn't brilliant. But then again, it's not a major deal either at this stage, I don't think. But there's a lot of foot squads coming in. Oh, and that was the scroll of the rocks coming in. We do have the Questing Knights, but there are Slayers just sat here waiting, and Dragonback Slayers there waiting as well. On the main fin here, we do have what looks like, yep, Earthblood being dropped on the Battonians, trying to keep them busy, keep them alive where they can. Peasants coming back, miners coming in. See if the Questing Knights come this way. Mounted Yeomen, of course, yeah, I forgot they were about. Charging in. Keeping them distracted. Where are the Questing Knights? Oh, there's that breath attack as well. Smashing through those dwarves, very nice. The Questing Knights kind of holding their position, waiting for the right time to strike. But I do worry about this front line of Batonia. It's, I mean, they seem to be, like, just seeing numbers, blocking down the dwarves, but there are more dwarves at the back waiting to join in, and the Bugman Rangers are getting some great shots off there. Oh no, the Questing Knights charged through their own guys into the Dwarf Warriors. That's not going to end well, I don't think. Yeah, and oh no, the Slayers. The peasants trying to in, but the Slayers, the Knights have got themselves pinned in and seen too late the danger. They're going to try and get out of there. I think that even, yeah, they've got the Lance formation going. But yeah, they took the foot squads and now the Slayers have got behind this. Could turn into a massacre very, very quickly if they're not careful. The Rune Lord here is holding his position of his fellow dwarves and are smashing the peasants aside. It's just a matter of time, I think, until these guys run out. We got our Mounted Yeomen doing another charge into the mine. Hang on, why are they charging there when there's this massive gap with Rangers, boat throwers? Or they could come in and hit the flank. Instead, they charged a prepared unit that was backed up by Slayers. That was not good. The Prophetess is moving in, but as you can see, a lot of her followers. There goes another nice breath attack on the dwarves, but they're barely phased at this point. And look at this, guys. The Questing Knights have been now completely surrounded by Slayers and are moving in to finish them off. We've got some Slayers here just to hold the foot squads off. As the miners and dwarf warriors finish them off. Actually, they're long bids in there as well. And the Dragonback Slayers again in there. And this, look at this, guys. All that yellow surrounding that pocket of red. They're just going to wear them down, break them, and finish them off. It looks like there's Battle Pilgrims won the centre. But they've taken so many losses, I think it doesn't really matter at this point. They've got nothing to support. There we go. Battle the Yeomen finally getting in there. This is what they should have been doing. Where is... Yeah, look, and they've just outran all of it. This is what they should have been doing from the start, but unfortunately, I don't think... Oh, no. Who sends in the Prophetess into single combat? That is not going to end well for us. She's trying to get... She's routed, and with that, I can see the rest of the guys routed as well as her. Oh, yeah. There's the Ruin as well. Dropped right in the middle of this group. Yeah, go. The reinforcements have been broken off, so now the Slayers can get in there, finish them off. Got some miners there that can come back. Got some Slayers there just sat back protecting the boat thrower. Yeah, the Rune Lord made sure they all ran down the hill And now they're just tidying up this mess. A lot of units are shattering. Balance power is going in the Dwarves' favour. And then they'll be able to push through and finish them off. That is a real shame there, but I could see quite a few mistakes happen. I mean, the Question Knight, holding them back for the moment to see what the Slayers did was one thing, but to charge them in through other infantry, so their charge was then slowed down, and then to let them get bogged down in a fight and surrounded, this is painful to watch, to be honest. Oh, and the Grail Relic has finally turned up after being forgotten at the back there. That was quite painful to watch, to be honest, actually. It looks like they're trying to regroup at the bottom here, at the hill, but I can't see it having even enough strength, and they've got to get up this hill. It looks like a lot of the Rangers have ran out of ammunition, though. But the sheer army losses here is going to be enough to wipe these out, I reckon. Yeah, there we go. The Grail Relic is the only thing that's holding it. The rest are just trying to get out of this water. Not looking great. And this final forlorn charge up the hill, I don't think it's going to last much longer. The Prophetess is actually running away. And yeah, everything is just shattering now. They just don't have the strength. And there's still full strength units here just waiting for their turn to get in. Very well played by the Dwarves though. Slow and steady, you know. They did leave a few open gaps, but their opponent did not optimise on it. So they got away with it. And by having them in theirs and this beautiful entrapping and that, it was all just a matter of time to the Dwarves. Once again, held the hill against the forces of Petunia. So, yeah. Nice quick battle there. So, we'll next have Dark Elves versus Tomb Kings. Got 4 Spearmen, 4 Tomb Guard, a couple of Tomb Guard of Hellbirds. Oh, Nakara Horsemen, always good. A couple of Tomb Scorpions. And also we got Marathi, Priestess, some Bleak Swords, Black Crusaders, Harpies, Bow Throwers, Dark Riders. The Nessus Harvesters always popular. We also have, oh, they're the, I've forgotten now, but they're like all Phoenixes or Pegasuses, Dark Riders. And we've got the, I want to say Black Guard of Nagaron. Yes, because the other unit's Executioners, isn't it? So yeah, very interesting. You've got a lot of like basic units and then a lot of elite got a clash in, and we've got like a lot of mobile. So I'll be interested, and it's a good battlefield in this one as well. So let's have a look. So yes, you got This raises questions. What is this sneakiness? What? I didn't know this was going to happen. You can't even barely see him on the map. But there's an entire force of Dark Elves cavalry, Dark Riders, or crossbows, the Harpies, the Ravens. That's the one. What was it? Raven Heralds with their repeater crossbows. What is this sneakiness that's going on here? Harpies there. All behind this. And do these guys even have any ranged? They don't have any archers, guys. There is nothing. These guys are going to dominate because they can just hit and run as they please. Okay, that's always good. And to make it easier, Cetra's on foot, because why wouldn't he be? He has got the Blessed Blade of Pitra, Unification of Desecration, Unification of Cursed Blade, and an Unyielding Will. This is going to go rather interesting. And over here, look, we got the Boat Throwers, all the Crusaders and that down here. It looks like, yep, Marathi and a Sorceress of Beasts, who has brought the Scroll of Legion, Transformation of Cadon, Flock of Doom, Wild Heart, and Marathi has brought Power of Darkness, Pit of Shades, Mystify Merisma. I'm starting to learn from their logo now, which is good. Harrend and Dark Sword, Enchanting Beauty, Greater Arcane Conduct, the Spiteful Conjuration, and Life Legion. So they're down there. Got the Blackguard up here, but you got all these couple Bleak Swords, and then Corsairs holding the main line. But technically, they could just sit back, let the artillery do the work, and let all this happen. I mean, how quickly do the Tomb Kings realise they're here? I'm waiting for some sort of reaction. And they should know by now. Oh, look at that first volley. There you go. He's clicked on. There's something wrong. Trying to get out there. Luckily, these guys do seem to have shields. But they are going to get absolutely beaten if they're not careful. That's rather insane. Is it me? Or is there no music? Am I just going mad? Maybe even the music's in horror of what is about to unfold. This is a perfect trap here. These guys try to look, and they can just run up behind them and then just run away again. They don't have to care. This is quite... Oh, don't. I think the Dark Elves are luring them out, and they've taken the bait. Look, they're being completely surrounded now. Yep, half the Celeste are getting in behind them, and they're just going to... yeah, that's it. They're gone. That's a whole unit of cavalry gone, and there's literally nothing they can do about it. We do have the Black Elves? What am I on about? Dark Elves are now getting in a position here, they're infantry, where they can get them in this nice choke point. So either they've got to take the enemy there, go through the skirmishes, or go the long way around to deal with it, which would expose their back. So really, they're forced to engage here. Another unit of cavalry have got into the Snares Harvesters, but the Dark Elves want them to do that. They want them to commit, get stuck in, and then they just fly, and in comes the Harpies at the back, the range at the front, and that's going to be, that's 2 units of cavalry swallowed up for practically no gain there. We do have some cavalry, the 3rd unit here, making a run for it around here. But you do have the Black Guard here. Reaper both foes are trying to get into position now. I mean, we do have some heavy hitters here. They do have some Tomb Guard. They do have Tomb Scorpions. That is something to remember. But Feral Caradon has just been summoned for the Dark Elves. The Reaper throwers, both throws are getting into position. And yeah, look, as these skeleton warriors, spearmen are trying to move, they're getting shot in the back where their shields aren't shown. And look at this. All this infantry, and they're all being bottlenecked in to this one point. Cetra's now getting in there as well. So is the Tomb Scorpion. Feral Manticle's getting in, second thing. But yeah, look, suddenly these guys are all being blocked up. Anyone thinking of the 300 here? I mean, if you look, the damage these guys have suffered is so minimum. This is going to cause problems. I'm telling you that now. It's, Unification of Desecration has been dropped over them, but they've just sent in the Bleak Swords. And these guys are literally cannon fodder for the Dark Elves. They're not that bothered. In the back here we go. We do have some spearmen, and look, they have at least about faced, so they can try and hold the line. But the Harpies, oh, pips, oh, of course. Guys, I think this is how you use the battlefield to your advantage on the utmost level. Marathi has Pit of Sage, and she's just dropped it on the big bulk of skeleton. And look at this. Look, oh. I think this is some of the best play I've actually seen in a long time, where they've completely outplayed the enemy, and more importantly, made them do what they wanted them to do. Gave them no choices, no options, and then, yeah, look at it. It's a slaughter. All the Tomb Kings have fought against so far is cannon fodder, stuff that the Dark Elves have gone, we don't care, send it in. Yeah, and now these guys are getting absolutely decimated, and the back flanks, look, are being absolutely destroyed. That is absolutely insane. Look, these guys are actually just holding back. They're like, yep, alright then, you do that. One unit's been moved in, there we go. Now the Tomb Scorpion's coming in. We do have, they are going to try and get the boat throwers, but even the boat throwers get a couple of hits off. And then the rest are charging in as well, the Black Guards. Remember, that's the elite unit there. Oh dear, look at it all. I mean, if they could do another, like, area of effect, they could probably destroy this army. The Black Ark Crusaders are now getting in there. And the back here, you can see a lot of the units, they're sending in the Tomb Guard. But what they're doing with that, there's the regen they need. While that's happening, oh, and they've now moved on against the Bleak Swords, which is fine. That'll keep them busy for a bit. So now, yeah, you can see the Black Guards getting in there. The Reaper Bowthrower, I wouldn't worry too much about. I mean, this is fantastic. Murderous Crowds just activated. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. And look, you got these guys coming. Are they flying in? Ah, that's because they've pretty much got no ammunition. And Flock of Doom has just been dropped on the entire army. That costs a lot, but Edification of Desecration has been dropped again. They're going for the Reaper Bow Thrower, and they're trying to use that as bait to get the cavalry in there. Really, the Blackguard just want to focus on guarding Marathi and such, really. But I do feel like the Reaver Heralds, I guess with no ammunition, they're charging into the rear, but I do feel like they kind of got thrown away. In comes the Harvesters, and oh, there goes another Pit of Sage. Oh my, that is gonna, they're trying to regen. They should have Ushabti, yeah, they go, Ushabti has been summoned, but the Blackguard can cut through them. The anti-large, armoured, they will just, and look, this main army, and another Flock of Doom's just been dropped on all of them, so causing a lot of damage. And what's going on at the back? Well, the Dark Elves, their Harpies are starting to struggle. Oh, Slanesh Harvesters charging in there, trying to break them, but this is where their elite is. All this is just cannon fodder. He says as he realises it's your Tomb Guard. My bad. But as you can see, look, the Blackguard have taken pretty much no damage. Marathi took a little bit though, but nothing that she can't easily regain. And there you go. Now they've committed, the Dark Elves can commit. The Blackguard can move in now and absolutely finish it. Look, nice Tomb Guard column for the Slanesh Harvesters to mop up. But hang on, the Dark Elves are breaking. The Corsairs and the Bleak Swords don't like the idea they've been used for bait and are breaking. This is not looking good. Skeleton Spearmen are being wiped out by the Dark Riders. As you can see, the back line is slowly getting overwhelmed, but the Dark Elves have actually lost quite a lot of guys. What's the balance? 500 Tomb Kings to 300. And suddenly, it's not looking too good. These two Scorpions... Besetra is on very... Oh no, that's Ushabti. Where's... Oh, Setra's nearly full health. That is not good. The Dark Elves really need to get their stuff together, but they're being chased down by the Horsemen that are left alive. So they're going to be chased off the field. How has this happened? A fantastically set trap. And the Tomb Kings, as I said, don't care. Just don't care. And then they go after Marathi as well. This is not looking good. I guess it's because it's all Tomb Guard. That's the main thing. They said, you know, yeah, it was all just skeletons, but the Tomb Guard, the best of the best that they have. And the Blackguard are suddenly the only ones holding the line, and there's not many of them left. Over here, everything in the back line is trying to finish these Spearmen off as quickly as they can, because while they're there, they're stopping them from reinforcement. But I can't help but feel the certainly bounce power is now in the Tomb King's favour. Setra saw the trap and just marched through it with little care. As you can see, all the Dark Elves pretty much fled the field at this point. There you go. The unit's now been through, but they need to get in there, guys. Don't hesitate. Get in there. Your guys are dying. Once those Blackguard go, that's it. GG, I think. The Slanesh Harvesters are trying to do what damage they can, but the Tomb Guard of Hellbutch, it's got to calm down. Absolutely, and in comes the... Don't tell me they're going into close combat. You've got Rapier Bows. Oh, no. I don't know if that was a misclick or what, but they've got ammunition. Send them in there and fire. Don't just... I say that. I think he's trying to break them and make them crumble. Got a few Corsairs left coming in. The Harpies seem to have got forgotten. They need to get in there. Where's the General? Marathi and the Sorceress are just kind of standing back, watching it all happen. They're now moving back forward. Not entirely sure what the plan is for this. But leadership, you can see for the Dark Elves, is absolutely crumbling. Those Dark Reapers, I feel, without Dark Riders, massive missed opportunity. Look, they've still got about half ammunition. They can sit back and shoot the Tomb Scorpions to death. But I feel like in the end there, I think the Dark Elf player panicked where the plan didn't... Look, what's Marathi doing? Just charge it in, like, suicidally. I feel like if they played more of the ranged game in that, they would have been able to do a lot more. But there goes Marathi. See, he's now going to fall. Sorceress is going to follow soon after. And that is GG, I feel, for the Dark Elves. That's it. Tomb Kings. Wow. That was rather impressive, actually. Yeah, look, I mean, they took a pounding. But where they was all elite, the Spearmen were all at the back. Yeah, I mean, brilliant how they lured the cavalry away and wiped them out. Brilliant how, but I feel like in the end, the Dark Reaper Riders were just not used to their potential. They could have been in there sniping the Tomb Skull. There was a Spearman unit sitting at the back, and the Dark Elf sent in everything against it. Why? It's just one small unit of spearmen. Leave him alone. You know, they're going to be slowing it anyway. Probably going to join the main fight. Get the Harpies charging in the back and harassing. Get the Dark Riders to crossbow the big scary Tomb Scorpions. Because if they focused fire, they would have probably destroyed them. At which point a lot of this would have fallen apart. But they didn't. They got bogged down with spearmen at the back, which was really unfortunate. I generally thought this was brilliant. I mean, the losses that the Tomb King suffered by comparison, you know. But there we go, guys. That's what happens if you do a slight mistake at the end there. Very good battle, though. Very entertaining. What have we got next? We literally just... Surely that's the one we just watched. Possibly not. Oh dear. Everyone's got in this group... Yeah, Tomb Kings, Dark Elves, or Bretonia. If we go on... Oh, High Elves versus Dark Elves. Let's watch that. That'll be a nice civil war. Let's just check out what the chat's saying. Hey, Squig Boss Mad Knobs is here. Welcome. A few of you in the chat, do say hi if you're on there. I will try and read it. It's difficult because I've got one screen, but I will try. So we've got Spearmen and Archers. Some of the Rune Reavers. Looks like Dragon Princes over there. And we got there the Healer. And here we got some Dread Spears, some Sisters of Slaughter, Executioners, Blackguard, and a nice mix of cavalry. So quickly just go over the spells they've got. Probably very similar to what we're used to now. Star of Avalon, Arcane Conduct, Arcane Unfortune, Tempest, Earthblood, Shield of Saffron, and a Life Bloom. And at the top you can see, yeah, Heralds of the Wind. I don't think I've seen these. Allevian Reavers, Regiment of Renown. It looks like they're all wearing bunny hats. I know that's maybe feathers, but the first thing I saw looks like they all had bunny hats on. But, you know, who am I to question? Over here, we do have, I'll be very careful, the Witch Elves and Sister Slaughter. They'll get picked off really quickly because they've got practically no armor. We do have a Supreme Sorceress of Death who has got Arcane Conduct. The Fate of Boona, that'll be very powerful. And the Spirit Leech. So, very powerful. What's going on here? We have some... Oh, Knights of the Urban Claw. Again, I've not seen these. Oh, wow. Okay, I mean, are those different weapons? Yeah, look, you've got Code 1 Knights have this light lance, but look, all these guys got, like, weird, like, blades and, axes they're carrying. That is pretty cool. I like it. It'd be good to see how they do in this battle. But they're kind of behind. I mean, what do the Dark Elves have that's ranged? Oh, yeah. Nothing. That's... Why would you go with no range whatsoever against High Elves? Not quite sure. But let's play. Because these Allevian Reavers are going to dominate the early game. They'll be able to take out the Witch Elves and the Sister Slaughter absolutely, easily, piecemeal, without taking any damage whatsoever. I mean, I'll say that. Do they have... It looks like they've got some sort of resistance. So let's have a look. What have they got? Physical resistance 20%. And you guys, is it the same for you? Yes, it is. And Tempest has been dropped, but it looks like the Supreme Sorceress of Death got away from the worst of it, though. And Valeria has gone straight after her. Where there's no ranged here, she's under no threat. And she can chase down that Lord and finish her really quickly. I mean, she's only got... oh, I got rid of the bar I needed. 1,800 health to her, nearly 4,000. In comes the cold ones, though. Sister Slaughter are being charged in by Silver Helms with shields. So they've got to be careful with the Dread Spears, though. But look, waste opportunity. Witch Elves, get in there. Cold ones trying to get in there. But look, these guys have been caught, but they are now starting to pull back now. And of course, you've got the Archers, guys. So they're going to just... Oh! Dark Riders, where did you come from? There's 2 units of Dark Riders I completely missed. And they've come in and have absolutely decimated the Archers. Both at half strength. That's why the cavalry's falling back. And you see the Heralds of the Wind. They're just going in after them. Chasing down their Dark Brethren. Looks rather dramatic, actually, don't it? Just, they've done their damage. They're going to try and fall back. I mean, that unit's wavering now. done a lot of damage to him before any shots could be fired, which is because now, look at this, because everything's fallen back to try and deal with these Dark Riders, which is definitely overkill. Suddenly, where's the front line gone? There isn't one. And the Dark Elves are trying to make the most they can out of it, sending in the Code Ones. Oh, look at this though. Knights of the Urban Claw versus the Fireborn. Straight in they go. Look at that. Oh, that is 2 regiments of renowned. Both reflective of their races charging into melee. That is glorious. But coming into the flank, we do have Spearmen. We do have Silver Helms getting there. The Sisters of Slaughter have actually been absolutely wiped out. Blackheart Crusaders getting in as well. We do have the Blades of the Blood Queen Executioners coming. But boom, there goes the Heathen. So you're going to have these Fireborn, Leaving Reavers, Silverhams, all that just overwhelming these 2 units of Code 1 Knights. If we go over here, how's things going over here? Well, you got a column of Spearmen versus a column of Spearmen. That's like the most ineffective way of fighting. But you know what? I'm not here to question. The Supreme Sorceress is trying to get out of there, try and get some Arcane Unfortune's been dropped on her though. And the Heathen, this is just and a unit of Witch Elves, they've been completely forgotten. Because when the cavalry ran past them, they did nothing. And still they do nothing. So they have been completely forgotten about. Really bad mistake there. We do have the Dark Riders trying to cause problems, but the Leaving Reavers could probably deal with them, to be honest. And the Archers are now firing in into this massive combat. There we go. The Sorceress is being shot at quite badly, am I at? She's got 284 health, but what's her speed? 105. Is it really? Yeah, and hers is 110. So she should be trying to get away, but it's just not happening, is it? So it's just, this is really dramatic. You've got this, you know, proper civil war going on here between the Dark Elves and the High Elves, and the High Elves are just stomping these Dark Elves. I mean, you got Archers. I don't think that they've given up on the Supreme Sorceress now. Let's let Ilario deal with it. Do have some Sisters of Slaughter doing the Spearmen over there. I can't believe they've been forgotten. One of the main units. Do have some Dread Spears that have got into the behind here, but they can be shot at point blank range. It looks like the Dark Riders have been dealt with. Well, there's one big unit here. So if they can get into those Archers, then these or even get into the Dread Spears, and then these guys get into the back of the Spears and finish them off. There goes. She's gone down. She did not do much in this game. Very unfortunate. And yeah, there we go. Not taking any damage at all. And now the Dark Elves, look at this pocket here that's forming. If we go to the tactical map, you can see that apart from the Witch Elves that's been forgotten, there's a small breakout here that's trying to deal with these couple units. But for the most part, they've all been completely surrounded in this pocket with range on the sides and the heavy infantry and cavalry in the middle. And they're just going to absolutely slaughter these Dark Elves now. It's not really a question of if, but when at this point. The Dread Spears are actually coming in to try and reinforce this pocket. Which I don't think is a good idea, because this is just a slaughter ground. Ilariel's even getting in there. I mean, she's at full health. As you can see, you got some units scattered here. But now the cavalry's coming in and they'll just break them. Just any unit that breaks, this cavalry's going to be all over it, and there's literally nothing they can do at this point. So yeah, now they can just take them at range. But I mean, these archers have got way too close. But there's that little pocket of resistance gone. We do have some Dark Riders. They're dealing with the cavalry, but in comes Ilario with our Eagle. That's going to immediately make them, as you can see, break. There goes Murder's Prowess. But I don't think it's going to be enough. They've just been absolutely slaughtered. And have these got... They're still not moved. We even got some Code 1 Knights next to them. Unbelievable. Balance of power is more in the favour of the High Elves. You see they outnumber them as well. We do have some Blackguard of Nagaron coming in. But they're charging like cavalry. That's going to end in one way. That is literally going to end in one way. And you can see this pocket here has been pretty much wiped out. I mean, there's some Executioners there, full health. But you can see, this is... Now they've broken out. They've gone in all directions. Like, oh, they've moved. They are coming in now. They're going to try and help here. They're trying to get Ilariel. But as you can see, she's just going to waddle away and walk. There is some Dark Elf units at full health. But because you got archers here, because they've rampaged as well. Because they're so scattered in every direction, and the high elves have the mobility and the range support. They choose the engagements. They choose the fights, and in some cases, they don't even have to fight. They can literally just sit back and let the enemy wear themselves out. Yeah, as you can see, there you go. They've rampaged. They are gonna. Unfortunately, these spearmen will get wiped out between witch elves and executioners. They don't stand a chance. But it's not about them surviving. Look, these black. Oh god, they're still chasing the cavalry. It's a little bit bad. I mean, they're trying to put pressure on, but they just have to focus on them. But now the Dark Elves have cleaned that up. And we do have some Silver Knights in there. In comes the Lyric. Here comes the Fireborn. They're going to try and break these Dread Spears, which is exactly what's happening. Boom, gone. They can wipe that out. That's another unit of Spear and Free Dart. They've been shattered. We've got a unit of Archers here. And look at that. Beautiful volleys in. Got to finish these Sisters of Slaughter. How many's left? 6 of them. But it is worth it because if they come back, they can be a right pain. But Ban's power is more and more in the favour of the High Elves now. As you can see, look, they've just lured these guys out. And there we go. They throw in the towel. And the High Elves have it. That was fantastic gameplay there by the High Elves. Dark Elves try to push forward. But, yeah, they kind of got played there. And the Sorceress, the Supreme Sorceress, I apologise, didn't really do much. Really didn't do much. I mean, yeah, and then I love the way it was, the High Elves went, we've got range. Do they have range? No. Right, Aetherial, deal with their flyer, because they've got nothing to stop us. And they scouted what the enemy had, and then worked to the best of their abilities to take them out. So, absolutely fantastic game there by them too. Well played. Where is... It was that one, wasn't it? Let's just check the chat, see if there's anyone I've missed. No, it's all rather quiet, actually. But then again, it is rather late. How long have I been going back? Has it already been 40 minutes? Flippin' heck. Okay, then. Let's go through some more, then. What have we got? Dwarfs, Beastmen? Yeah, right, then we'll do that. So we've got some Ungor Herds, some Bestigors, Centigors, Chaos Warhounds of Poison, the Eye of Musleb, so the Cygor, Regiment now. We do have Mugger of the Cellargrave, and a Brave Shaman, I suspect of Beasts, against 4 Dwarf Warriors, some Miners, Regiment Renowned, Longbridge Great Weapons, Dragonback Slayers, Giant Slayers, couple Cannons, the Torpedoes, Bugman's Rangers, some Koalas and Rangers. And this is an Rune Lord. That's the one. Should be interesting to see how this one goes. The dwarfs are up on a hill. I mean, is it a fact that even if the dwarfs didn't find a hill, they'll just make one, do you think? Most likely. So, Brave Shaman of the Wild. He has got the Jagged Dagger, the Salvage Dominion, Brave Scream, and Bestial Surge. And there's the big Cygor there. And we've got Mugger of the Cellargrave, who has got Staff of Ruinous Corruption, Core Violence, Foe Seeker, Spare Essence of Chaos, and the Regen. Problem is, yes, you can throw giant rocks, but they have giant cannons. And the cannons will just fire at the Cygor. That's what I would do. Snipe at the Cygor. That cannon's facing the wrong way. We do have a Rune Lord, and he's on his fancy chariot there. He's got the Master of Ruin, of Wrath and Ruin, as well as a Locus of Power. So, yeah, constant. Everyone's got magic resistance, which is nice. Look at those cannons getting some nice shots there. And of course, even when they get close, they've got the Trailhammer Torpedo. Yeah, the Arcurand Miners, so they're miners with blasting charges. The Urfur's Raiders, Rangers are great weapons. Get started. The Beastmen have gone for wide deployment here. In comes another shot. But that Cygor has taken a nice chunk of damage. Oh, and the summoned Cygor has been summoned. Trying to desperately take out the cannons. But, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Try and take out the biggest threat. We do have the Centaurs and the Wolves getting into position. But of course, where there's no cover, they can easily get themselves sorted. And if I was the dwarves, ignore the new one that's just spawned. Deal with the regiment for now. Get that cleared. But yeah, here comes some wolves and centicles trying to clear up the flank, which is good because it'll keep them busy. It'll make them reform. Oh, there goes the, yeah, crossbows straight in there. Did a nice bit of that. They go Chaos Warhounds just sitting there. But in comes, yep, we got the first charge going off now. But immediately, the Giant Slayers are getting in there. You got throwing axes flying through the air. Cannonballs going down the hill. Trying to do as much damage as they can. Here comes the main charge, though. And I'm seeing massive gaps forming in the line. The only problem is, these Ungol herds are not very good against dwarves. The dwarves will probably just stomp them down, unfortunately. Centicles trying to get in there. Not sure why they haven't got great weapons, but they are making it into the centre. But it feels like it was a trap, because now there's blasting charges filling up that gap. Here comes the Warhounds, though. Oh, they were so close to getting to the cannon crew. But the Giant Slayers get in there first, and immediately they're being pushed back. Already, the first of the Ungol raid herds are now breaking. As you can see, the Cygors are taking a real beating now, so they're starting to move forward. Not sure why the generals aren't moving forward, because their leadership could be really helpful to, you know, keep the beastmen fighting. Their leadership does help. As you can see, a lot of the front line, but now, that was all cheap cannon fodder. Now the serious fighters are coming in. Hopefully the dwarves will be tired out, but I don't think they're that bothered. Ow. That is a lot of them taken out. Besticle herds, though. Get a good slight hit there. But they are being chased down by the Grumbling Guard and the Longbeards. Do have another unit of Ungols coming in, but they are being protected at that flank by the Giant Slayers. The Chaos Warhounds, once again, have somehow got into the centre, but I can't help but feel that there's just not enough here. There's not enough beastmen to break through here. The dwarves are just owning this. Because they could just deal with this piecemeal, which is exactly what they're doing. The dwarves are coming in, beastmen, sorry, are coming in bit by bit. There you go, Cygor's taken out. That was the one that was summoned. That might have hurt more of your own guys. But we have like Longbeards and things like that could get in there. Units trying to get in there. Centicle's there. Look, the Bray Shaman has only just got in there. And only now is Sadagave getting in there as well. And I just feel like it's a little bit too late. In comes an Ungol herd though. Look at these guys come running in fresh. Straight into the cannons. But they seem so focused on the cannon. There's a nice... You missed. You charged. Move it. There goes the cannon crew though. But the unit that caused it. We've got Ungol men coming in as well. Trying to cause some problems. That Cygor's still having a good time. But... oh, and we got some Chaos Spawn have just been summoned now. Coming in, but there's a lot of great weapons here as well. I mean, this chariot as well. You need chariots to break through the line, and they've just not been used. I mean, look, he's coming in bogged down. And the Orna's flanking attacks has been repulsed every time. Yeah, it's just taken a small toll on the dwarves, and they've lost a couple units. But for the most part, they're pretty much a good full strength. Is this a Cygor being summoned? No, it's more Chaos Spawns been summoned. And immediately being attacked by the Grumbling Guard. I mean, look at these nutters. But yeah, these flank attacks, once again, look, just being overwhelmed bit by bit. Centicles just on their own with their spears are not going to do much against dwarf armour. And I can't help but feel that the dwarves still have a good control. Oh, there was a nice blast attack on the Iron Drakes there. Good hit there on the Grumbling Guard, but he's got to be out of ammunition soon, so he should start moving up. But again, I mean, let's look at the balance of power. The dwarves have 430 to the 200 beastmen. Desperately trying to get as many shots in as they can. Sadagave is in there. Where is the Rune Lord? The Rune Lord is still there, pretty much at full strength. He is coming after Sadagave now. I think we might have a bit of a duel. The Chaos Spawn here have been wiped out. The Besticle herd have now broken it. Look, now they're collapsing in. Now they're finishing them off. The Chaos Spawn on the hill have been completely wiped out. Bray Shaman and the Centicles trying to deal with this unit of miners, but it might be a regiment for now, but they're still only miners. We do actually have some rangers hidden in the hills here, so they could come in to help. Looks like, yeah, marked by Uthas. So, yeah, he's taken minus 30 armor. That is, he don't have much armor as it is, but it's going now. And this is great use here. They've got some long bids, and they're just chasing the beastmen down, making sure they keep running. We do have the cycle. He's pretty much out of ammunition at this point. There he goes. He's now out. So he's probably going to start making his way in. But I just can't feel... Yeah, look. Sadagave has now broken. You got the Bray Sherman trying to get in there to try and give him cover. But I could see a lot of the units just starting to lose leadership now. If he's going, why should they say? Yep, Bray Sherman's going. Bounce Power's now swinging heavily in the Dwarves' favour as they try and settle as many grudges as they possibly can. Boom, look, he tries to get out, and he's not going to make it. That chariot's going to fall, I reckon. I mean, this Giant Slayer's taking hacks out here. Yeah, and there they go. Everything breaks, and that is a win for the Dwarfs. So, yeah, the Beastman army definitely had potential. A lot of Besticles and that. The Centicles needed great weapons. Just hands down. Yeah, and these two characters did practically nothing to the very end. Well, the Dwarves, as you can see, they just sat there, and because the Beastmen came in bits, they just sat there and just dealt with it as it came in. Very easy battle, I think, for the Dwarves there. I mean, they took a lot of losses, but it definitely was a good victory there. So, well played there to both players. We'll go on to the next one now. So, that was the one we just watched. We've had enough Dwarves. What else could we have? Wood Elves and Beastmen. We could see how the Beastmen do against the Wood Elves, or we could look for something completely different. Look, we got literally two of the same matches. Oh dear. Let's go for this. We haven't had this. Norska versus Vampire Counts. We've not had that. So, Norska. Ooh, Soul Crusher, the War Mammoth. And we've got Shaman Sorcerer of Fire. We've got Frog the Troll King. Some Familiar Warriors. Marauders. Some Champions. Berserkers by the looks of it. And then we got... I can't remember his name now. But we've got the Necromancer. He'll be hiding in the woods. Lots of skeletons. Graveguard. Blood Knights. A couple units of them. Black Knights. Fell Bats. Dire Wolves. Yeah. Pretty good. You know, you're going to have the skeletons of the front line. Some zombies as cannon fodder. He probably just has some gold left to spend. So we're going to play a game. We're going to try and find out where the Necromancer's hiding, because he's always hiding somewhere. So we do have a Mammoth in this game, which is brilliant. So Frog, he's got no abilities. Nothing added on anyway. Then we go to the Shaman Sorcerer of Fire, who is on horseback. He's got the Burning Head, and he's got Fireball, and he's got Kindle Flame. And look at this pretty. I mean, he's got creepy blue eyes, but apart from that, it's kind of sad, isn't it? Those pretty blue eyes. You're used to seeing red. When you see blue, it's like, oh. Don't know why, but, you know. Got the drums there. It's a shame we don't actually have a guy with drumsticks. Seems a bit of a shame. But we do have Manfred von Karstein, that's it. And he's on a dragon. He's got the Master of the Black Arch, Raised Dead, Unification of No Heck, So Blight, Spirit Leech, Pestilent Breath, Sword of Unholy Power, the Hunger, Life Legion, and the Curse of Undeath. And where are you? Oh, good grief, he's actually out. What is this madness? We've got Necromancer on foot. He's got no abilities, I don't think, apart from the Forbidden Rod. He is just there for the regen in the middle. Look, but I say that, you got a lot of heavy Mortar champions, the Brute of the Hound, so Regiment renowned Mortar Berserkers. Yeah, no, they look rather berserk. We got Familiar Warriors, we got the Spearmen at the back, yeah. Great weapons. What is hidden here? Is that some wolves I see? It is, some dire wolves just in the back there. They could come along quite nicely. Oh, we do have a fireball. Immediately fired, but what's it aimed at? I think it's literally aimed at the Necromancer. They're going to try and get rid of him. Don't tell me it's on the Fell Bats. That would be embarrassing. Slowly but surely. While this slowly makes its way across the screen, I'm going to look at the chat to see what's going on. Yeah, it's rather quiet tonight. It's been a quiet day. I think it's because a lot of people Oh, just missed it. He does hit some Graveguard though. But I think it's because a lot of the YouTubers who got early access have been doing videos, live streams and that. So unfortunately it's like the worst time for me to do these live streams, but got to finish it before the DLC comes out. Yeah, so as I said, this will probably be my last one for tonight, because I've been going for quite a bit, I think. Yeah, nearly an hour at this point. So this will be my last one for tonight. And then tomorrow, I'll try and just get as many as I can done. It could be, I might do one during the day or early afternoon, where I should be able to just do a couple of hours, maybe have a break, couple of hours, finish it off. We'll speed up. I'm being distracted. So, not much range. Actually, no, that's not true. You got more of the hunters here with javelins. They should be moving up and dealing with the Mumford von Carstone on the dragon, but they seem to just could be kind of eyeing each other up. The Necromancer is at half health already, but that means very little. We've got some Blood Knights hitting. Here comes another fireball. He tries to dodge it. He's on just under 500, and that was adorable how he was at the last minute. Uh-oh. Try to make a run. We do have the Blood Knights, one unit making a charge, but the Familiar Warriors chase it off. This is a very interesting strategy, the way it's kind of a bit here, a bit there. Push some foot. In comes the Berserkers. Got some Skeleton Warriors being summoned now, but now the main push for the Undead is coming in. We got the Black Knights coming in. The Fell Batch are all over the Shaman there. What's going on with him? Taking some sort of damage, but yeah, look. I'm not sure what the Javelin guys are going after. Oh, Pestilent Breath there on the Mammoth. Is the Necromancer even alive? No, I think he got sniped. Or he crumbled. Very unfortunate. Got some Skeleton Warriors marching in sync over there. The Soul Crusher is now moving in. And look at this guy. Oh, he wants to stop because this is going to be Burning Skull of Doom. Straight through the Graveguard. And oh, look at this. Straight in. That's like decimated a lot of their front line. Once again, what's with people sending in cavalry at the front and then just leaving them to kind of moss pit? That's not what cavalry are for. And we got Blood Knights have been forgotten over there. But oh no, the Shaman's been left behind. We do have some Black Knights coming in, so they could get into the rear of the Spearmen, deal with them. Yeah, the Shaman, they took out their Necromancer, so they've taken out their Shaman. It seems only fair. He has completely shattered as well. Black Knight's not fully committed to the charge though. But this has got very messy very quickly. But I would say, I think its balance power is in Norska's favour. In comes the Dragon though, trying to scare him off, deal with the Soul Crusher. Because you've got the Blood Knights that are being, funny enough, completely destroyed. Spirit Leech has been dropped on him as well, but now Frog's dealing with him and the Familiar Warriors coming in. And the main line here, after that Flaming Skull ability has been completed, and there's Blood Knights, they've moved from the woods, they've came here and they've stopped again. I'm seeing a lot of this lately. In they come, finally, get the charge in. Some Skeleton Spearmen coming in to reinforce the zombies over here. Over here, we do have the Black Knights doing what they can, but they're just doing so little damage. And over here, we have Mortar Spearmen actually holding off against Skeleton Spearmen really nicely. The main engagement, though, is going to be here. As you see, von Carstone's done a run for it because he was getting beaten up. We do have Black Knights trying to deal with the Soul Crusher, who's coming up to about half health, but he could probably tackle that. He could probably tank it. The Berserkers are smashing through this Graveguard, and they've just, yeah, finished them off completely. I believe for summoning, yep, zombies are being summoned now, but I can't help but feel that that's quite a desperate move. Regarding, oh no, the only unit that's staying put, and then, oh, straight to the back there. And Frog's coming in. We do have Blood Knights trying to help, but that's going to have a great time smashing that up. But the Berserkers and Familiar Warriors are dealing with that. On this flank, though, it looks like the Undead are beaten finally. The Familiar Warriors are trying to hold, but with the Dragon on there as well, and a lot of Graveguard Skeletons, just slowly overwhelming this flank. But that's fine for Norska. Do have some Spearmen here, which could just charge into there, but I think they're just waiting for the right time. Yeah, they go, yep. They're going for the cavalry, which is a very good move there by the Norskin forces. Got these Blood Knights desperately going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. There's barely anything left at this point. Yeah, look, there you go. This whole centre lane's now been smashed. They're now going to finish with the zombies. I wouldn't bother with the zombies. The Soul Crush, well, I say that. Soul Crush could probably just kill them in a couple of swings, and then they can all move on, I guess, is the thing here. And the Blood Knights are getting in there, but they're crumbling as well. There's only a couple of them left. it's definitely balanced power in Norska's favour. The Assault Crusher doing a beautiful job here, coming in, getting the Blood Knights. But now Von Karstein's getting in there as well. But Frog, who's pretty much at full health, is being done. Is that Enrage has just been dropped on it. He's got 44% damage resisted. Oh dear. Got the other unit of Blood Knights trying to get out of there. Some more Spearmen coming in and rallying. Over here, look, the Hunter's doing a great job getting the Spearmen in the back and making them crumble while the Spearmen hold the line. It looks like that flank will go in the force of Norska. And the only force, what was going well for the Undead, and now being trampled under all the reinforcements from the centre. With Frog, the Soul Crossers, the Berserkers, the Famir. Oh, nice breath attack there, right in the middle of all that infantry. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, you've got the Black Blood Knights being chased by Spearmen. And in comes the dragon. He's got to try and do some damage to Frog. A nice bit of charge damage, as you can see. But I don't think it's going to be enough. And as it starts all crumbling, yeah, look, even more guys, more the champions of Rally. These guys are finishing off the Skeleton Spearmen, so they'll be around sooner or later. In comes the Spearmen. Beautiful charge into the Blood Knights. They've got themselves caught up. The Famir Warriors are now terrified away because of the dragon. But oh dear, guys. He's down. That's it. Frog and the Famir have taken him down, and immediately balanced power swings, and the Soul Crusher has it. All that's left is some zombies that we can get some cool shots off here, as these poor zombies. Yeah, I love this game. I so love this game. It's there goes Frog as well, and yeah, I mean, it's gone as well as could be expected. Really, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? And Frog's having a good time as well. There you go, and here comes the rest. Everything's crumbled. We've literally got a zombie somewhere, and there we go. Victory for Norska over the Undead. How did that go? I mean, I feel the cavalry was wasted. In my opinion. They did more in the end, but just wasted. And against all these elite infantry, the skeletons needed more support. The Necromancer, fantastic sniper there by Sudoku, who is normally in the chat, but he hasn't been lately. Like I said, it's been quite a day. But yeah, sniped up the Necromancer. That took a lot of regen out. Didn't focus on Von Karstein, but to be fair, they smashed everything else. I think what the thinking was for the Norska was ignore the dragon, focus on everything else. If we can kill everything else, then the dragon will just fall eventually. And that's pretty much exactly what happened. So well played there. And guys, that would be the end of this second live stream. Like I said, I just wanted to try and get some more battles done, but there's just so many. I'm hoping to get the last of them done tomorrow, but we will have to see. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. It's been quite quiet in the chat as well today, but I appreciate those that did turn up. And of course, if you're watching this later, you know, do comment, like, subscribe, etc, etc. And thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, guys, take care.